Alrighty, folks.
5 seconds till the enemy
These
reaches
is the
battle.
champions,
Smash them. All troops
and I'm
deployed.
Ghost Taser 7.
We have our team!
We are playing Estes here in the support lane, getting my demon boots out as the roaming equivalent item. So we're getting that so we don't tax everybody. As you can see, my movement's not working. Totally being hacked, Brody. Brody. We a little psycho, by the way. Yeah, we're like Sherlock Holmes psycho, Brody. Yeah, so just be careful, you know. A little psycho, Brody. Yeah, but they do it now. Because you guys are all oppressed niggers or something, you know. They do it now, Brody. You know, wrap it in your head. You guys like indoctrination or something, or what? You let me know in the comment section, Brody. You like being a nigger, Brody? Right, like the Indian people of the old, like the under the British Empire, like the Jews with the Hitler and the gas chambers, like the black African Americans in the sugarcane plantations. You let me know if you like being a nigger, Brody. It's a new world nigger, Brody. Yeah. You could spin that on some racist angle if you like, but the reality is you all oppressed in your fascism here in the USA. Because yeah, stuff ducks. Yeah. Anyway, so I think we told you before, but in case you hadn't seen the previous Estes video, our 1 is that heal. Okay, it's pretty simple. Our 2 is some damage and some zone. Right. It has a pretty big range, so you can expect that they won't like it. As you can see right there, it's huge range. I see Clint being just raped. I guess you raped, Brody. Like, damn. And I'm like, well, my heal's on cooldown, my zone's on cooldown. I can't do nothing, man. So he just, you know, he gets raped. Sucks for you. That's the story of life, Brody. The weak don't survive. The strong will continue, Damian Marley. Check the music, man. Listen to right stuff. Anyway, so back to Estes here. His ult is absurd AoE heal. Now, he does have to tether to you, so you do have to be in a range. You'll see sometimes I ain't quite in range, you know, but whatever. I got movement hacks and stuff, so that being said, the other part of this kit, the component here, is that if you ult, then your 1 does an enhanced heal. Okay, so that's the kit, plain and simple. All right, heal, zone damage, immense AoE heal, and then that procs the enhanced heal on your 1 by using the ult. Okay, your 3. All right, that's Estes in a nutshell. Okay, it's really easy. All right, so we pretty good range on that heal right there. As you can see, we're tethered. If you walk away from that at any point in time, you will untether. Here's that ult right there. As you can see, we're tethered to multiple people. It's real self-explanatory, real basic, but you know, this guide is for dummies, not just veteran players. So if you want to take that the wrong way, then you can be a dummy. Otherwise, it's like the 4 Dummies books, you know? Very popular stuff. There's a lot of people who would just have humility in their lives. They'll admit, I'm a dummy. Well, if you're a dummy, come to my channel. I'll make you smart, you know? So we got those demon boots, excuse me, again. That's the roaming equivalent. You won't be taxing your laners. You'll get passive gold as well. As you can see, look, I'm getting some passive gold there for roaming around. They're like, oh, you can roam around? It's okay. You don't have to stay in one lane. You don't have to be mentally AFK or brain dead. Right? I typically try to roam between mid, jungle, and my ADC. Now, I typically only go to the jungler if he's taking the turtle, but otherwise I'll usually roam between the mid and the ADC. Why? Because as I said in previous videos, those are your damage dealers. Okay? Now, if I'm playing Angela, there's some instances here where if the top lane or the gold lane, whatever you want to call it here, they change the names. It's a top lane, it's a baron lane, it's all the same to me. Anyways, the tanky lane, okay? Tanky lane. If he's winning, snowballing, and I'm playing Angela, then I'm just going to sit on him all game. And we can just 2v8 in some instances. Now, I might have some videos of that later, but we'll see what happens. Okay? Anyways, that being said, you do got to watch out. And then they was hacking the movement. They don't want to make me look like I'm a hero or something. You know, they're trying to paint me the villain. You know, because we call people low IQ, no clout niggers. And they don't like that, Birdie, because they're low IQ. They know clout, and because they don't got no IQ or clout, that makes them a nigger. You See, you're as good as you can be based on your value and your worth, and the only way to dictate worth in the human metrics and grading is IQ, intellectual quality. There's a number assigned to your brain, body, and soul, and that dictates your worth to society and the world. If that number's pretty low, then you a nigga. That's the definition of nigga, Brody. You oppress yourself because you don't have no care. So the moral of the story here is you should care all your life, so that way you have some IQ. So that way you can fight back in effects. You know what I'm saying? Or you could be lost forever. NF Hobson. You know, just take it off your wish list if you don't care. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, back to the game. You know, I got 2 ADCs right here. We're just doing our thing, rinse and repeat, healing people up, keeping them topped off. If I can see any moment to hit my 2, I will try to get it on as many targets as possible, as it has that AoE value as previously stated, and we will dish out some damage. Okay, so let's go back to the build here. We got that Flask of the Oasis. Again, that does some extra heals and has some defensive stats. So it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. It even has a shield if they're low. So if they're below a certain threshold or something like that, then they'll also get a shield in addition to that. For some reason, I never see the shield, but you know, they be hacking like every mechanic in the game when I'm playing, because we're the one who teaches the pro behind closed doors, Brody. We're Shadow Legend, but the Shadow Legend is like out the closet, Brody. You know, it goes back to the Enigma, Brody. Some black guy said, you kind of Enigma, Brody, just chill out. I'm like, Brody, I don't want to chill out, Brody. I want that money, Brody. You know, it's a hard knock life, and nobody loves me or supports me. So, you know, we'll just appeal to your emotions and logical fallacy and guilt trip you. That being said, I was being extremely sarcastic, and I don't need that. But, you know, whatever. Logical fallacy means it didn't make any sense. Okay, so if you're doing your homework and you don't want to be a nigger, then you're going to go on Google, you're going to type in logical fallacies, you're going to look that up, you'll find strawman logic, you'll see ad hominem, attack of the person, you'll see appeal to emotion, you'll see red herring, you'll see a lot of things, okay? I'm not going over all that. If you want me to do that in a video, I can do that, but we're going to get back to the game, okay? Alright, so Odette's making some plays. I try to get that enhanced heal. They start hard focusing me because they're like, we're tired of you, we don't like Estes, he gets banned a lot. I had the luxury to play him this game, so I made it work. At the end of the video, you will see I did not get killed a single time. Legends do not die. Yep, and I'm like the only living legend around. Everybody just ints. Int meaning you intentionally died, knowing that you could have got out, or you walked into a bad play, maybe you trickled in, you see the whole team in there, and then you just walk in there, and you're just being a retard, buddy. A nigger for sure, buddy. Don't be a retard, man. All right, it's a very conclusive word. Right. New World Order, buddy. So we see they're both low. We just instantly ult them here, try to keep them topped off. Land that 2 on as many targets as possible to get higher value on the 2. As many targets equals more bang for your buck. It's real simple stuff. I'm gonna dimmy it down for you. Genius freestyle. Crab. Cow scrubby. Not crab. I don't know where the crab came from. It's not some kakara, Brody. In the Indian language, crab is kakara. Kakara. Kakara, you know. I'm Indian too, so. But we came from the Fiji Islands. That's why I bear the Fiji flag there, as you can see. 47 Fiji Islands. If you didn't know that, you know it now. It's 47 Fiji Islands, Brody. It's pretty cool. It's a wonderful place, Brody. Maybe they got sharks, Brody. I jump in the water, chum the water, Brody. See if we can ride a whale, Brody, or a shark, Brody. Yeah, you pay me money, Brody, I'm gonna go do some daring activities. Hunt Bigfoots and stuff. You know, dreams. You gotta keep dreaming effects. Yep. I don't know. One thing to note is I'm the worst swimmer in the world, probably. But it's cool. It's cool. I'll get like a Jason Statham exploding harpoon thingy. Fellas come as well. That's not allowed, Brody. I don't care. It's a right to protect thyself. A right to bear arms against oppression. If a shark trying to kill me, Brody, that can be viewed and perceived as oppression. And then I try to heal this X-Borg up, but we was like mentally retarded like a nigger, Brody. So I was the nigger in this instance here, because I just totally forgot that you can't heal him. But then I was joking in the chat saying, They're cheating, Brody. They're cheating. And I can't deal, Brody. And they probably think I'm stupid or a retard, Brody, because they didn't hint the sarcasm. And then maybe they think I'm like a dead loser or something, you know, brain dead loser. A nigger for sure, you know. And maybe they fall for it. Maybe they think, oh, he's actually really bad. Let's try to hard focus him or something. And they did. They did. And what did I do? I flashed away. Anyways, as you can see, I got that dominance ice there because it deals a debuff to the enemies, passively speaking. So it reduces their heal as long as you're in range. So I get all the heals, you get none. Now I'm oppressing you, Brody, like I'm Leonardo DiCaprio and Django, and you don't get to play you the nigger, Brody. This is a bully game, Brody. Get used to being the nigger unless you want to be smart, Brody. So you can either be the Lord here or the nigger. It's kind of like, are you the lion or are you the wolf, Brody? You got to decide, Brody. There's alphas in life, and then there's sheep, Brody. 3 different analogies for you, okay? Whatever it needs. Whatever I need to wrap it in your head, buddy. You was that guy, no matter the name, who says wrap it in your head, save it for later, and all these MOBAs, Brody, or an infinity sign, Brody, before your errand of YouTube on Dead by Daylight, Brody. Did you know he got pathing from me, Brody? Right, that's a fact, Brody. Right. See, all these losers in content creating think there's some mutualism, that I'm a shadow legend, I just give them shit. They just sad wannabes, Brody. I am the only legend in gaming, Brody. That is a fact. And they all be like stealing from me like it's PewDiePie. I need some NordVPN virus software, Brody, to make sure they ain't hacking me and watching my videos, Brody. That sucks for you. As you can see, it's really easy stuff. I'm just kind of going on a rant here because we got intermittent explosive disorder, so I'm just venting it out to all you people, whether you listen or whether you don't. Now, typical anger disorder life, Brody. While they try to rage bait me with these hacks and I think I'm gonna get mad, Brody. Well, I don't really care, man. You're a low IQ, no cloud nigger, Brody. Right. And that's not going to change because that's your nature. The only way that's going to change is if you listen to me. Then I will bring you up to the station of being a lord. This is like the Knights of the Round Table, Brody. I dubbed thee a lord. Or a knight or something. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Caliber? You know what I'm saying. Anyways, so that's the game. This is the build. I didn't say I bought an immortality or immortal, whatever it is, at the 3rd tier 3 spot. So if I die, I'll respawn in 2.5 seconds. It's like having the equivalent of a Guardian Angel in Wild Rift or League of Legends. Really good stuff because it's got some outplay like Azonia. They'll be freaking out. We really want this. We're fiending for a kill. And then my team backs me up. I come back to life. I get some decent amount of health and regen from the proc of the coming back to life. And I'm back to going again and probably heal up. And then it's like nothing even happened. I didn't even die. It doesn't even affect your KDA. It's real good stuff. So really good work here. We had a, 24-0 and a 19-0. And I was hard carrying the shit out of the support lane. HOK goes around saying, we will steamroll you with our support. And that's what I did. I came in with an Estes, excuse me. I'm burping. I drink too much coffee. I'm talking way too much because introvert life. If you have a coffee, Brody, you suffer some mania. It means I'm like really, really hyper right now. Really hyper. So apologies if it's too much hyper for you. Just don't watch them. You know, or find me on a video where I haven't had the coffee. Anyway, so that's the builds. It looks like everything was hunky-dory on both sides. Doesn't look like anyone was specifically trolling the build. Right. Except for maybe Xborg. Does Xborg have scaling for AP? He bought an Ice Queen wand. I don't know, maybe he's just doing it for utility? I have no clue. So you'll have to look up his scalings, see if he does AP or AD damage. I have no clue, so I'm not telling you what the right answer is. I'm just saying it looks a little odd. But, you know, here's the data here if anyone's interested. 68% there on team fight participation. So I was doing my job. I was being a lord. And then Odette here with 86%. She was way doing her job. Really good stuff. Same with the Vexana there, really doing her job there with 75%. As you can see, Odette really hard carried the damage statistic here overall with a 49, but Vexana also had a 42. So that's that mid lane priority. They do a lot of damage. It's not just the ADC. The mid lane and the ADC are the ones who do the damage, okay? So that being said, that's the video for today. And the takeaway here is don't be the nigger, okay? At the end of the day, you want to be a lord. You want to be a lion. You want to be a god, okay? All right, so see you guys in the next one. Bye.